Hi, I'm Michael Citron with the Parkland Parrot Real Estate team at RE/MAX Park Creek, coming to you from one of our other videos that we're doing on the 3 P's to selling your home: price, product, and promotion. This is a 3-part segment that we've done. We've already covered price, so you'll have access to that in this video below. You'll be able to see that video. So the second most important part of your home sale process is the second P, which is product. Now, product is the home itself. It's what your home looks like to buyers online and in person, as well as the neighborhood itself and the city. So people are, I always say people buy a city, they buy a neighborhood, then they buy the house. So all this is the product of what you're selling. It's not just your house, but certainly the major component of the sale is the property. So when we go to our property listings where people want to, put their homes on the market, or they're thinking about selling, we have a really detailed staging plan of action. We go through room by room with our checklist and make our suggestions in order for the owner to maximize the return on investment on their property. If they did any upgrades, we put an upgrade list together. We have the floor plan, we have all the surveys, all the information on this, as well as the city, as well as the neighborhood, the school information, the neighborhood amenities. All of this is going to be used in the marketing to get a buyer interested in the property. But the product itself, that is the product. That's what we need to expose in our presentation in the marketing, which is the last P, is the promotion that will go in our next segment when we market this out to buyers. So it's important that you have all your ducks in a row and have the house presentable to the buyer and its best features and angles. It's like when you buy a new car, it smells nice, it's clean, it's fresh. Or you go to a furniture shop, everything looks staged and ready to go. Or you buy a brand new home, then you go to the models, everything is at its best. So when a buyer comes in to purchase the property or a piece of furniture or a car, you are going at the most optimal phase of the process. So the first part is decluttering, getting your house ready. We mentioned that you should get a possible storage unit to get the home ready for sale and put it on the market. Because we want to hit the 5 senses of a buyer. We want it to look well. We want the house to smell right. The hearing when a buyer goes in. So all these senses that a buyer goes into a property, we want you to have that in order to maximize the return on investment. So we look at the functional things first. These are the things that you can control. The functional items are the AC unit, the water heater, the roof. We look at things that possibly could go wrong in the inspection, because the buyer's inspector, he's going to be, or she's going to be so critical of the property. She's going to make high estimates of what the home might be needing to be fixed and put a high price estimate. So it's important that you get it done. The buyer could back out, they could get scared, cold feet, whatever the issue is, these things are going to come up. It's better to address them before we put the home on the market. So we offer a pre-inspection. If you call us now before the end of the year and you list your house with us, we are having a professional company and a 5-star inspection report done on the property. Come out there so we can address any of these issues before the home goes on the market in 2018. So, give us a call. We'd love to be able to do that for you. But it's another value we're offering because we know how important it is when you're listing a house in Parkland, Coral Springs, Coconut Creek, or anywhere in South Florida or anywhere in the country right now, to get your home ready for that sale. Because again, the house will look at its best. It will sell to the best buyer who will pay you the most money if they feel the home is in its best condition and the checklist is there for them. So I would tell you that it's important when the home is being staged and ready for the market, because once it is, it goes, we take photos and videos, we do all the marketing, which we'll discuss in another segment, but your product is everywhere. It's a 24 hours virtual open house. So if you don't declutter your house, you don't have great pictures taken, if you don't, do the necessary things to get your home on the market, you can price it for a great price, but you still might not sell it, because the product to a buyer, their perception is reality. They're just going to look at the next property. They're going to click to the next listing. So we don't want that to happen. We want to create a buzz on your property, but by having a great price, marketed well, and an amazing product. The product is what we're selling. So it's really important that we take it seriously from day one, not just throw it up online and hope somebody buys it. So when a buyer actually comes to your home, we really want to, create an emotional connection. So I always say a buyer buys a house with their heart, and then they back it up, the purchase, with their head. So if we get a buyer interested in your house and it looks nice, it smells nice, they come in there and there's a candle burning and there's no dog jumping on them and the carpets don't smell, and it just has that warm, inviting smell and feel to them, a buyer's going to be engaged. They're going to stay longer at the house. They're going to send it to their mom, their dad, virtually. They're going to see the videos. All these great tools that we have marketing-wise, they don't work. There's not enough oomph. There's not enough ammunition unless the product stands out. So when you're thinking of listing your house, the product is so important. Price is important, then the product. So once you're comfortable on the price and the agent you want to list it at, you really need to develop a product checklist, a staging checklist, in order to get the home ready. And sometimes, you might have to spend a couple bucks. I always say it's important to have touch-up paint done, pressure cleaning. We just listed a house in Heron Bay where it took a few weeks to get the home pressure cleaned, touch-up paint, got some functional items taken care of. So when the buyer did their inspection, there was less issues on that house. And the buyer moved past the inspection period because the home was well cared for and the sellers took the necessary steps through our checklist to get the home ready. And now we have a record sale on the property. We brought the buyer on that listing, and Stephanie, brought the buyer of that house, and they loved the property, and we took the necessary steps because that emotional connection was met from the buyer standpoint to the home. But I don't know if that would have been met if the house would have looked the way that I saw it with Stephanie when we first came to the listing point. I don't think it would have. And then even if the buyer would have connected, they probably would have wanted to pay less money. So again, the connection there is an emotional connection with a buyer. So make sure the product is important. The example we also have is when your home might back up to a major road, or might be backing up to a park, or be a less favorable lot. And right now we have a listing in Parkland that we listed. It's a beautiful house at just a little over $500,000. It does back up to the berm of Coral Ridge Drive. And the home has got upgrades galore. It's gorgeous. The sellers have put a new AC unit, have a newer kitchen. It pops. It's a gorgeous house, turnkey ready home. But obviously the major setback is that it does back up to the Coral Ridge Drive. So if you're that seller, they listened to us. We got the home ready. We fixed the functional items. We did some aesthetical things. I always say we got the house painted. Paint on the wall, paint in the can is worth $50, $60, $100. A paint on the wall is worth thousands of dollars. So remember that. These little things that you might do, landscaping, pressure cleaning, besides the functional items, that might cost a little bit of money. These are the things that are going to make a buyer, buy your house, stay engaged, show mom and dad, show their in-laws, show their relatives, want to purchase the property. So when you're thinking of putting your house for sale, really need to work with an agent that has this ready for you, that drives you to put this plan of action together, and we'll help you do it. We'll spend hours sometimes. We come back, I have handymen, I have roofers, I have landscapers, I have pool companies, AC. You need that for this purpose or any purpose. We're here to help you, provide you with those contractors in our area to come out to your property. So we'll help you get the home ready, so it doesn't seem like a scary, butterfly feeling about getting your home on the market in today's market. We really need to take the necessary steps. So in all, product is really important. It's your home itself. You want to have the neighborhood detailed in the presentation, as well as the city, all the great features that we have in our market right now to a buyer to see. But the home itself is really important. And when you put your house on the market, the product is not the way you live in your house. You have to put the house on the market, and you might have to change some things. You might have to have the kids, make their beds more often and take the laundry into the hamper. So these are things that we will discuss in order to maximize the return on investment, so we can get you the best deal on the property and exceed your expectations. Again, we're here to provide you tons of informative value on real estate in Parkland and South Florida. We love doing this. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Or if you're curious to know what your home's worth in today's market and like us to give you a free complimentary evaluation, we'll come out and really pull all these numbers, give you suggestions. Please go to our website, myparklandhomevalue.com. That's myparklandhomevalue.com. You can always contact us at 954-609-0591. Again, we'd love to earn your business and trust. Have a great evening, and thank you so much.